Welcome to Module 2 of AAC's Professional Development Training. We appreciate your willingness to participate in these short modules designed to familiarize you with some of our daily practices and concepts. There will be a short quiz at the end for you to complete, but don't worry too much about the score. This presentation and quiz should take you less than a half hour to complete. So if you're ready, let's begin.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Module 2 is about AAC's workplace culture. Our agenda for this presentation is to talk about the workplace culture, expectations versus reality, our philosophy, learning and support at AAC, honesty at AAC, responsiveness, transparency, and an introduction to what is a results-only work environment, or ROE. In looking at AAC's workplace culture and any company's culture, it's very important to focus on the attitudes, behaviors, belief, interaction, leaderships, tradition, and values of every company, including AAC. These contribute to the emotional and relational environment of our workplace and are extremely important. While I was creating this presentation, this woman, Laurie Sullivan, who I've been connected with on LinkedIn for 7 years, had this quote, and I thought it was perfect for this presentation. Leadership is about vision and responsibility, not power. The greatest gift of leadership is a boss who wants you to be successful. And here at AAC, we want everyone to be successful. That's the primary goal of everything we do. Because we're focusing on language and culture, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the cultural iceberg and the concept of expectations versus reality. Many of you as linguists and interculturalists have probably seen this cultural iceberg before, and it's important to know that when you look at aspects of culture, the biggest problems arise when expectations do not match reality. This is true in culture. This is true in language. This is true in life. So as you probably are aware with this cultural iceberg, on the top, what you can see easily are the language, the folklore, the dress, the arts, festivals, sports, holidays. And these are very easy to see when we're working with cultures and languages. What causes the problem are the things underneath the iceberg. These attitudes towards other cultures, everything from gestures, family roles, work ethic, core values of culture. And this is where the idea of expectations versus reality comes into being. And again, our goal at AAC is to make sure that we bridge the gap between expectations and reality. Just to give you some quick anecdotal stories about this. I had to go to Quebec City last year, and I was going with my girlfriend. And I told her that we're going to go to a French restaurant. Her expectation was this, that a beautiful bottle of wine in an ice bucket, a fancy menu, and nice French art above our table. The realities were quite different. The wine came, and it was in a ketchup bucket. Was it great wine? Of course it was. But it was not what was expected. The menu looked like this, and this was the artwork that was above our heads during the meal. Was it excellent? Of course. But there was a problem in the beginning when expectations didn't match the reality. Also, finally, about expectations and reality, think about when you go overseas. What's one of the most interesting intercultural encounters people first have? Many people have ideas about language and clothes and dress and smells, but I think the first encounter that you have interculturally is you need to go to the restroom. And when you go to restrooms in different cultures, because as humans this is what we have to do, you go in some countries and this is what you see. This expectation does not match the reality of what many people were thinking would happen and what they would see when they go into the restroom. And this is a very typical Japanese restroom, and in many countries in Asia. And this is how you use it. So again, if you go to another country and you go into the restroom, this may be the first reality that you see that does not match your expectation. And when we look at our culture at AAC, we find that very often on projects, there are problems that arise because the expectation does not match the reality. And our goal is to find the gaps between these and bridge these gaps of expectations and reality so we do not have any problems. Constantly on our projects, we're going to be clarifying what you'll be doing. Updates, updates, and updates. You will be getting these constantly to, again, bridge any gaps and clearly define our working relationships, the duties, the expectations, and our communications. Our philosophy at AAC. Our philosophy is very simple. We like to have fun and we like to get things done. Many people actually hate their jobs. That's not what we want here. At AAC, we want you to love your job because you're a valuable part of our organization and you will help our organization be successful. When I was writing this presentation, another person, a student who I'm connected with from Nairobi, Kenya, wrote this quote: "Always remember that mistakes are way better than doing nothing. A mistake is a stepping stone." And this quote really spoke to me, and so I contacted her and asked her, can I use this in the presentation? And she said, absolutely, and sent me a resume. At AAC, we realized that a powerful concept is mistakes are a major part of learning. Learning and support. Our culture is to train and support you so you have the skills and competencies to succeed. If something happens and you do not succeed or you're not being successful, it's our job as the leadership at AAC to help train you and develop you. You'll have the support of the leadership and of your coworkers to help you learn things and move faster as we move along. You will achieve high standards with our training and support from teammates and from leadership. Honesty and respect. Employees need to be honest with managers, and leadership needs to be honest with employees. And we will. That is our goal, and that is our commitment from day one. We want to have a culture of mutual trust between management and staff. We want to have shared respect. And why is this important? Because when you have shared respect, people work better, they work harder, and they're more successful. This is a true sense of being valued when you're treated with honesty and respect. Responsiveness. Extremely important concept where we're going to later on have another training specifically about responsiveness. Timelines are important. Clear communication is essential. And responsiveness, we all know, is a two-way street. You need to be responsive to your team and to management, and management will be responsive to you. Responsiveness is a top priority at AAC. Transparency. Transparency is the key to building trust in a business, and we cannot overemphasize how much trust is important. Transparency between management and employees is necessary in order to be successful, and it creates a positive culture which impacts the productivity and performance. Again, our goal is to be successful, and with transparency on all levels, we will have trust and we will be much more effective and efficient. What is a ROW? ROW is a results-only work environment, And we're also going to have a specific training just for row. But on our DLI projects, we all work remotely. So what we have to focus on is not if you're coming into the office. We're not watching over you. We only focus on results, period. And this is what a results-only work environment is. We're not micromanaging you, we're supporting you, and we're focusing on results. So just to reiterate the key concepts here, I think you have a clear understanding of our workforce culture, our workplace culture. We want to bridge the gap between expectations and reality. Our philosophy is that we want to have fun and get things done. We'll do that by helping you learn processes and support you. We're going to do this through an honest environment. Everyone has to be responsive on all levels, transparency throughout the organization, and we are a results-only work environment, a row.
Thanks for completing this training module. If you look down below in the comments section, you'll see a link to the quiz, and if that's not there, just let us know and we'd be happy to help you out. Thanks everybody for your time, and have a great day.